Hello, YouTube. Guess I'm going to go live today. Don't know exactly everything I'm going to talk about, but I do have a few things on the agenda, and I put those in the description of the video. Once I see somebody show up, I'll get a move on here. It's a Thursday, so I know not a lot of people will show up. It's not like a Friday or Saturday. We all have things to do, I guess. Any case, what I'm going to be talking about today? Well, new stickers, a little bit about EDCs, some of the new knives, well, not new knives, some knives that I have recently picked up, and a couple of future plans coming up, including the upcoming giveaway, which I should announce sometime this week, I hope. This week or next week, because I want to run it through January with the person being picked on April. Um, yeah, April Fool's Day. What a great day for it. Uh, so let me get started here. Man, got a little bit of a, I've got a sore arm. I've got these little hooks here, and that's a big part of what I've been doing all week this week. I basically ran out of room. If you're familiar with a lot of the knives I collect, like scout knives and stuff, they have this little clevis here, which is a nice way to hang them and display them. Same with my Swiss Army knives. They got a little key ring so you can hang them. And I do that off of these little teacup rings, half inch and 3/4 inch. How this is a half inch is beyond me. There is no way in the Yeah, I guess it is a half inch. So this is the half inch ring. These are the 3/4 inch rings, or a key, whatever you call them, cup holders or cup hooks rather. In any case, I've been in the process of expanding where I can hang all of my camp knives and all of my Swiss Army knives. I Jersey knife guy. Um, and what I've been having to do is screw these into a piece of wood. I put 100 of them in so far. I've got 200 more to go. And it's hi everybody who's joining. I didn't catch everybody's names, but I do appreciate you being here. In any case, I've been in the process of screwing these in, and I'm left-handed. My left shoulder is killing me. Um, I've tried all sorts of different ways to do this, but basically I'm screwing these into a pine board so that eventually I can hang knives off of them. I've done this in the past. I did it about 200 years ago. About 2 years ago, I set it all up with about 300 hooks and figured, oh man, that should last for a long time. Well, it lasted 2 years. I'm doubling that now. I'm putting in another 300 hooks. I put in 100. I'm having to put in new wood and everything else. So really expanding it so that I'll have room to grow with my camp knives and my Swiss Army knives, which are usually displayed on a wall. That's what I've been doing recently, and it's cutting into video production. Uh, Fortunately, I've got videos out about a March, all the way into the middle of March right now, so I have things scheduled, but you'll probably see it thinned out a little bit because I'm trying to get other things done. But a couple other things happened besides me screwing in hooks, and there's better things to talk about than teacup hooks. One of them is this little guy here. This is the green Edelweiss Swiss Army Classic, and that was really one of the things that inspired me to get moving on these hooks because this finally showed up. I got one finally, so now I have the full set. I have the green, the red, the blue, the pink, and I think they call it orchid or violet or something like that. It almost looks like a deep blue, but if you notice, it is definitely purple uh, compared to the blue. So I've got all five of those. So that part of my classic collection is done. You cannot get anything anymore except the red. That's, I think, the only one that is still in production. So I will be doing a video on the Classic versus the Classic SD in the near future too. Do I have shorts made from curtains? No, I do not have shorts made from curtains. I might make curtains from shorts though. A guy could really be screwing much too. Okay, all right. Before I get into this, which is something I carry every day, I'm going to talk about this because Rockin' Monkey. Uh, Rocking Monkey is the company that supplies my stickers, and they sent the stickers in this really cool looking box. And man, I thought, man, this is a cool box. And the first thing I did was carefully remove the big sticker that was on the front of it for postage and everything. And I have since covered this entire box with clear plastic tape. So it is completely covered and waterproof now. And the reason being is because I'm going to be storing other things in this, mainly my sticker collection, patches, and everything else. And because it's a really cool box, but you don't care too much about the box, I'm guessing a few people would like to see the new sticker. And they are here, and I will be showing them. But first, two new stickers from Rocking Monkey also. So Captain America, and then uh, what is it? The Day of the Dead monkey. So those are pretty cool. I like Rocking Monkey. They always throw in a couple extra things, including free extra stickers and also a bonus for my next order. Hi Eric. Hi Rusty. And here are the stickers I just got in. Still in the plastic. That's the new sticker. They are 2 by 2 inches, so a little smaller than the original 3 by 2. A lot of people were talking about the hobo, so I went ahead and put the hobo on there along with the YouTube address and the little YouTube sticker down there. So these will be the new stickers that'll be going out. I'm going to be mainly doing it through swaps and also through contests and stuff like that. So got about 50 of them. A couple of you guys out there, you will be getting them for sure, but that's what they gave me. And then, as always, they gave me like 11 to 12 extra ones. So I bought 50 and they ended up giving me 60 something. But that's my new sticker. And I will probably come up with another type of sticker too. I like creating these stickers and I like to swap them around. Um, like I said, that's the first one. I'm almost out of those. I'm going to keep a couple for myself, and then I got this new sticker now, and that will be something people will be seeing, well, in the contest and other places as well. Um, I showed you this knife that showed up this week. I've got two more that are coming, and I just won a video, just won a YouTube auction for the last of the Camp King knives I needed to get. So I'll be doing a video on Camp Kings, the history of the Camp Kings. Now that that knife has been won, as soon as it shows up, I'll start working on that video. Um, Also, this here is one of those Swiss Army knives that a lot of people uh, are either hate or like, and I'm kind of indifferent and trying to figure out which way I'm going to go with it. Hi, Freddie. And this is the Swiss Army Compact, and it is a pretty useful knife. I'm beginning to think it is actually worth the price that they charge that Victorinox charges for this. It's higher than you would think because it's really just a two-layer knife. If you notice, you got. I'll be doing a video on this later. You got the scissors here, and then you have what they call the combo tool here, which is a can opener, cap lifter, screwdriver, and wire stripper. It does all four. This is actually a can opener and a cap lifter at the same time. Then you have the main blade. And then on the back side, the knife comes with the little screwdriver that goes into the corkscrew. So you have the corkscrew with the screwdriver already there. It has the little safety pin there, and it also has the writing utensil or ink pen here along with the tweezers and toothpick. And then it has that parcel hook that a lot of people aren't crazy about. Check out Felix Imler's channel. He just recently did a video on this parcel hook and all the different things you can do with it. And I actually do like the parcel hook. There are things you can do with it. But if you notice on the new compacts, they also put a nail file right there on the back of the parcel hook. So it's actually got quite a few things going for it for such a small compact knife. I will be doing a longer video on this in the future, talking about the history of it and where it derived from and everything else. And the other one I picked up, this was because of, I'm sure some of you already saw the Bare Necessities camper. I decided I was going to start looking at all the different Victorinox knives in the other areas, like the 84 millimeter knife. What 84 millimeter knife would be kind of the same as the camper? What 111 millimeter knife would be the similar knife to the camper, and so on and so forth. And I came across this one here, and it has a similar name to the camper when you think about it. It's called the Walker, something that you do outside. You know, you go for a walk. So if you're not going camping, but just going for a walk in the woods or something, this is actually a pretty dang good knife for it. And I'll be doing a video on it too. Once again, you have the combo tool here and a main blade, and then the other blade that you have on here is a wood saw. So it's kind of like the camper, but for a very short time in the woods. And it's a pretty cool knife. No back tools, so it's a smaller knife. All around it's a smaller knife, 84 millimeters versus the usual 91 millimeters. So 3 3/8 versus 3 5/8, I guess, about that. So those are the, got two other Victorinox knives coming in, but they're not here yet, so I can't really talk about them. But these are the ones that have arrived so far. And I promise I will not just hit you with one Swiss Army knife after another on the channel. I'm going to space them out so you're not, it isn't going to be a week of Swiss Army knives. You'll get one, and then, maybe a week later you'll get another one on Swiss Army knives. I'm not going to just bombard you with all of them at the same time, even though I'll probably be doing the videos all at the same time. That's something I've learned. You just don't want to. I like variety. I think you like variety too. And talk about variety. You're going to see a little bit of variety in a minute for sure. One of the things that I think it might have started with Patty's potato peelers. Someone started it. They were talking about what they carry every day. And they wanted to go beyond the knife in their EDC. Most of the, so they're showing their keychains and everything else. I'm not going to show you my keychains and wallet. The only reason I'm showing you my keychain right now is because this knife is on my keychain. This is the signature, and I carry it. And the Walker is a really good one, and it should have matte covers. It is very similar to the Farmer, except that the Farmer is 3 layers, and the Farmer has the ALOX covers, so it's pretty cool, and it's a little bigger. But this is the signature, and I carry that because I always have an ink pen with me then, and that's why I have this knife on me all the time. And I swapped out the tweezers for a toothpick because for me the toothpick is much more useful than the tweezers. Quite frankly, I'm not overly impressed with the tweezers that you find on a Victorinox knife. I know a lot of people swear by them. They work a little bit, but they're not nearly as effective as other tweezers that I usually have with me. So I'd much rather have the toothpick. So that's what I have, and keys for everything in the world. I probably have a key to your car on my keychain. That's how many keys I have. It's ridiculous. And I've always talked about this already. I carry Dragonfly too. And I was using it today for a variety of things, including cutting up some meat that was on they had what is it, some shish kebab at work today because I got a new boss, so they had some shish kebab at work, and I was cutting up some meat with it. So, and then my toothpick, I actually do. I carry a large toothpick with me, and it is a Rough Rider, and I think it looks great. I've been carrying this knife. This is a knife that I have been carrying. It's got pocket fuzz on it. Been carrying it for over 2 years. Don't have to sharpen it too often because of what I cut on it, but I really do use it, and I really do like it. Um, and it's holding up pretty well, I think. Whatever tarnish you're seeing on there is all natural. I did not force anything on this knife. It's just 2 years in the pocket. And then in my backpack, I got tons of other stuff in my backpack. Some of it I should have brought, but I didn't. But I do have this little box, and it's watertight. It is basically a little tackle box, watertight tackle box, and it is in the bottom of my backpack. And it's the one I carry daily. Uh, but if I go fishing or something, I take it out of my backpack and I throw it in my tackle box or in my tackle bag. And if I'm going camping, I take this and I throw it in my tackle and in my camping bag, wherever. This one goes with me wherever I'm going, and it's the basics. This is the basics that I carry all the time, and it is tight. But what I like about it is it's waterproof. I don't have to worry about it. It's nice and tight. The only thing is I will not be refilling this back up on camera because it's like a little jigsaw puzzle putting it all in here. Um, I got this. It's just a cleaning rag. I use it for both my knives and I also use it for my eyeglasses. So even though it looks dirty, it's not. It's been cleaned. I throw it through the washer and dryer. It gets clean that way. I can still clean my glasses with it if I need it. Little book of matches, mainly because it says Toby's on the back. And, well, that's my nickname. And so I have a book of matches in there. I got this little container here. Got to be careful when I'm opening it. And it's got, among other things, it's got safety pins. It has some straight pins. It has some sewing needles, and it also has some paper clips in there because you never know when you're going to need a paper clip. And then wrapped around it is some clean black tape, just electrical tape, about 8 to 9 feet of electrical tape just wrapped around it so I can use it. This is just a waterproof match container. I could put matches in there, but I usually don't. Um, a little does all kind of tool with all sorts of little things on there, including a little that's actually so you can slip this through there, which are different um, size bits for different screws. This also has, if you notice, a Phillips driver down here. You've got a little, they have them all listed here, what you can do. So a little file here, a string cutter, a couple other things. It's just a little thing that I threw in there just in case I need it. Um, my Explorer, I carry this all the time with plus scales, so I have another ink pen with me, another screwdriver, the little eyeglasses screwdriver. This is an older one, so it doesn't have a parcel hook, but I really use this the most, the Phillips driver on there, as well as the my magnifying glass of intimidation. I love using this I usually throw this in my pocket when I'm going to a flea market or something. I take it out of there, throw it in my pocket because I love to look at tank stamps and examine pocket knives at flea markets with a magnifying glass. You can usually get the price down a little bit by doing stuff like that. But there's my Explorer with about 3 feet of line on air, and then a one of those pull-through sharpeners. It also has a rod sharpener going on here, and if you notice this line there, that is for your fish hooks and such. It does have a ferro rod in there. Me and ferro rods, we don't really get along too well. And if you notice right there, that is an emergency whistle. Actually, the straps on my backpack also have an emergency whistle, but definitely works. Got a little whistle with this too, and it's not a bad sharpener, not a great sharpener, but not a bad one. Um, then we got um, some antiseptic, some Neosporin, and some Band-Aids. Nothing great, nothing dramatic. I do have this. I've shown this before. This is my manicure set, basically. It's got all sorts of things on there. And I'm a person who's prone to hangnails, get them all the time. So I definitely need a manicure set, so I have it with me. And then I have this little doodad here from Cabela's, and it's just one of those really inexpensive spring-loaded multi-tools. And it usually gets most of the jobs done that I need to get done. Um, and it also has a little flashlight that is good enough for little chores. I also have the lights for my bicycle on my backpack. I didn't bring my backpack down here. If I did, I would show you some of the other stuff in there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have on me all the time. And oh, this is looks kind of odd and strange, but this is something that I end up using more often than not. Uh, a a clothespin. For one thing, you can actually use clothespins for making snares and stuff like that. But really, mostly what I use it for is to close up a potato chip bag or something like that if I don't have one available. Um, and what I have on here is some pretty high strength uh, uh, twine. It's probably rated at about 50 pounds or so. You can actually wrap it around a lot of stuff, but really what I use it for, if you notice here, there's a knot there. Can I get that to focus? Notice the knot there, and down here you have another knot. Well, between those two knots is 12 inches, and what I have here is basically 12 feet of twine wrapped around this, and every foot is marked with a knot until we get to the 6 foot mark. Let's get it. When I get to the 6 foot mark, there's 3 knots. The middle knot marks the exactly 6 feet. So I've got right now 6 feet of the line is untwined off of the clothespin. And then when we get to the very last, we have the loop here. It's a bow line. That's the knot. We have from the bow line going, we have starting here, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, here we go. First knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be 6 inches. And then we come out and we hit the first foot. So basically, I've got a 6-inch rule followed by 12 feet of line, or well, 12 feet complete. But starting at this first knot here is where the 6 feet begins, or 12 feet begin, with 6 inches followed by the first foot, and then we go on from there. So that's what I have, and you'd be surprised at how often where I'm at that I need a ruler and I can't find one. Well, now I have one with me all the time simply because it's just a knotted string. And you can do this. This comes in handy for all sorts of other things. So um, you never know when you're going to need to measure something. You also never know when you're going to need something that's like a 50-pound test line. Now, I also have in another part of my bag, I don't have it with me here, about 30 feet of paracord in my bag also. And also I have $25 in quarters in a leather pouch. I can tell you a number of reasons why I've got $25 of quarters in a leather pouch, but anyone who has ever seen the first version of what was the yeah, man, is that old? See, my mind is losing me. It was uh, the damn. What was that movie where the guy hit the guy with the sock of quarters? Well, there you go. Because I also carry a a pair of socks with me all the time too. You throw $25 worth of quarters in a sock, and you've got something that can actually hurt somebody. So I carry that with me also. Plus, you never know when you're going to need $25 on you. So you never know when you're going to have to go and buy $25 worth of gas with quarters. So I've got that too if I need it. And I got a clean pair of socks too. So anyway, that's really the stuff that I carry with me every day. Now, after I finish with this video, I'm going to have to put all this back in here. Um, Geez, what else was I going to talk about tonight? Really, nothing much else. Like I said, I will be talking about the giveaway. I will be doing a video on that, hopefully before Monday, because Monday begins March 1st, and I want to announce the next giveaway by March 1st. The items you will get in the giveaway. Do I have them here? Yeah. Someone will get a brand new Camp King. So someone will. I've got a Bic lighter in my bag. I don't have it in here. I have a Bic lighter in my desk at work. I have a Bic lighter in my tool chest downstairs. I have a Bic lighter in my tackle box. Did I mention that one? And I got a Bic lighter in the car. I've got them everywhere except inside of here. So, and it's mainly because I don't have room for it in here, but I do have one in just my work bag. So I do have one in there. It's just not inside of this. So, yeah. And I was going to get rid of them and replace them with a better lighter, but then several people said, yeah, they tell you just to keep a Bic lighter. So that's what I'm going to do. Keep a bunch of Bic lighters instead. Because like I said, I suck with a ferro rod. So I do not want to risk my life on a ferro rod. I would much rather risk my life with a Bic lighter, matches, and a few other ways of trying to start a fire if I need to start a fire. Any case, back to the giveaway. Someone's going to win this, a Rough Rider Camp King. I will be giving that away to somebody. Don't know who yet, because I haven't even announced the contest yet. Let me put it back in the bag. And I will once again strongly urge you, once you get this knife, take it out of this stupid plastic bag. Plastic bags just collect moisture, and they're not good for your knife. So someone will win a Rough Rider camp knife. Someone will be getting a Knife Chats bar tool. And someone will be getting a brand spanking new Knife Chats with Tobias 2x2 sticker. And probably throw something else into the mix too. I just don't know what yet. But and that will be a contest that will be running in the month of March. And I just haven't quite figured out how I want to do with that. With that said, I do think I need to start wrapping things up. I've got to get ready for work tomorrow, and 4 o'clock in the morning is awful early to get moving, and I'm going to start cutting into my nap time pretty soon. Any case, thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you again soon.